Can I think about this differently? Point. When I use these terms S, R, what is that referring to? Do you remember? Thinking of Pavlov's dog and behaviorism. Right. So stimulus response, S stands for stimulus, and R stands for response. Now, in behaviorism, a area of psychology, what's your name?
Ellie.
Ellie. So what is the basic understanding of this? Kind of, do you remember the Pavlov's dog experiment? Does everyone, when I say Pavlov's dog, has anyone never heard those terms, those two words put together, Pavlov's dog? Okay, so we're familiar with it. Oh, you haven't before? Okay, so you'll have a perfect understanding after Ellie explains to us what happened with Pavlov's dog, Pavlov and his study with his dog. Do you remember? So the stimulus so here's his dog. The guy's name was Pavlov. Ivan? Is that right? Ivan Pavlov? Pavlov's dog. So he would introduce food, and that's the stimulus, the event, and the response was he would drool, salivate. Is that how you spell drool? I've never spelled drool before. It's always salivate. But I like drool better. So, every time, and is salivating a natural response for a dog when there's food? Yeah, it's a natural, there's food. Same thing with you. As soon as you start thinking about what you're going to have for lunch, you start salivating a little because your body's getting ready to digest the food you're going to eat, okay? So then, Ellie, what happened next after so many times of recognizing this happened? What else did he introduce?
With the bell.
So he introduced the bell sound. I think there were other sounds that he introduced as well, but we kind of remember there was a bell sound he introduced with the food, right? And what did the dog do? No, he would continue to drool. He would drool still, right? There's three parts of this. So food, he's drooling. Food and the bell, together, he's drooling. Then, what happened? What did you say?
The bell by itself.
Right. So they took away the food, and what did the dog do? It drooled. That just doesn't sound right. Drool. Is it a natural thing for a dog to drool in the presence of a bell? No. So what do we call that? What was the word you used? He was conditioned, right? The dog had been conditioned because it wasn't a natural thing. It was a learned, conditioned and learned are synonyms. They mean the same thing. The dog had been conditioned to drool in the presence of a bell sound. So far, so good? Does that sound right, Ellie? Okay.